it used to be something like 80, 70, 60.
It is 115, 80, 45, actually.
Oh, wow, okay. So better than I was talking about, but still, Oracle's lane still extremely strong right now, and I like this a lot. Now, at this point, since we see the Bounty Hunter picked up by Forward, I mean, we all see it in pubs, right? The Bounty Hunter wants to go position 3, goes for the attack speed, and so on and so forth. In pro games, it is still a 4, so this Enigma is probably the 3 now. In which case, he's probably going to do, like... There's like 3 different ways you can build an Enigma, and I only like one of the ways you could build him. The first way is just getting, like, the mech, the greaves, all the utilities-based items and stuff like that. The second way is just building, like, a lot of roaming, so you get, like, Yules, Disables, Blinks, and so on and so forth. And then there's ones where I've seen he doesn't go for either of those. He doesn't buy a Blink Dagger, he doesn't get any of that stuff. He gets, like, a mech, and then he goes BKB. So, like, I'm really, really hoping that Forward Gaming, like, at least go for at least a Blink Dagger build for this Enigma, because I've seen some games where, like, a Blink Dagger would have changed a lot in an Enigma game. And
Yeah,
they
so
never go for it.
You said you only like one of those builds. Which one of those is that, then?
It's the Blink Dagger mobility build. Like, I just can't understand playing Enigma without a Blink Dagger.
So what, you're gonna go Blink Greaves Blink? Or,
I mean, you might go, like, if it's Greaves Blink, it's gonna be, like, a really long time until he gets it, but that being said, he does have a GPM talent, but it's still a bit of a distance away.
Yeah, I think it's a level 50 or 20, right? And you're picking GPM or CDR. I haven't played that here in a hot minute.
Yeah, it's GPM CDR. Most of the time you see people go GPM, because then you just build you build Octarine Core, and that's your CDR. But of course, you know, there's also my build for Enigma, which I call all of my builds the wrong way to play, and then the hero name.
Probably the best way, yeah.
Yeah, so, well, the thing is that, like, my builds could technically not be the wrong way. They could be the right way to build them, but I'm just told they're wrong all the time anyway, so.
I'm probably wrong, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, who goes frickin' Maelstrom Dragonlance on Sniper?
Don't you mean Lightning Dragonlance?
No, Lightning extra range stick.
Yikes.
Brewmaster and Troll, the follow-up pickups here. Xolotl still have the capability to pick mid here. Now, basically, if Xolotl have learned anything from Dota in the past, like, couple of days here, they hope to God that Forward does not pick up an OD. And then Xolotl get OD. But both teams actually have a pretty decent benefit from picking up OD for themselves.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You know, I'm a big fan of the Outworld Devourer.
That's probably what Forward are even considering right now. It's like, do we ban it, or do we take it ourselves, or are we going to ban Death Prophet for some weird reason? They banned Huskar.
Oh, I already banned the Death Prophet.
Oh, yeah, Death Prophet's second phase. So, yeah, so then, at this point, the Huskar's the last phase ban there, and now Forward's taking their time. They got 30 seconds to understand that OD is a counter to their draft. Come on. Come on.
I would like to see the CCNC Devourer. The Outworld CCNC.
Radiant team pick.
Nice.
There it is.
Hells yeah.
There it is. So now they have the OD. Now, what do you run against OD to win? And when your draft is like this week, though.
I mean, I think other than... Fuck me, dude. I think other than Bounty Hunter, you kind of like Sniper here, right?
Yeah, I think you go for Sniper. And
that hero owns. That hero feels so bad.
Mm-hmm.
No. That's a pretty... The thing about the Pugna is you think of it as a... Yeah, it's a hard counter AD because of the ward, but the lane goes pretty even, maybe a little favor towards the Pugna, and then you just wait until you have your BKB, and you don't fight any team fights till you have your BKB on OD, and then I mean, the late game goes towards the OD, and in my brief 4K experience, that's how it usually works. If you try to fight before you have BKB, you lose pretty hard. If you wait till you have BKB, you're usually in pretty good shape. Which you want a BKB anyway, going into a Brewmaster and an Earthshaker.
Right. So this is a huge BKB game for both OD and Troll. I think, like, I talk about this a lot when I do the solo cast and Troll's picked up, and that's why OD's picked up, like, almost every time against him. He needs BKB. A lot of people think his ultimate makes him, like, the best, the strongest boy ever. But if you just get stunned for, like, 10 years, you ain't gonna lifesteal jack. So, yeah.
I hope there aren't people who think Troll doesn't need BKB.
Well, I've seen a lot of SA games where the Troll doesn't go BKB. He just he beelines the standard builds, and then he gets like a Manta or something, or not a Manta, no, because he goes SNY.
So what do you mean by standard build? What's the build that people have been doing on him?
It's extremely like dependent on the game. Sometimes you still see them go for the Battle Fury, but if it doesn't go Battle Fury, they go for like the SNY, and really about it actually. They SNY into the BKB, but like it takes a long time for them to get to that BKB.
You've got 5 heroes running top on the Radiant. They don't have a smoke, which is what I thought for a second is what they were going to do.
Yeah.
I guess there's 4 heroes bottom running for the Dire, too.
It looks like they might be trying to go for like a level 1 gank and spank, but this Fissure picked up on Pika, and then just Fortunes on Oracle, so Esk isn't really going to help with this immediately. I imagine Brew is going to wait to see if he needs either Thunderclap or Brawler. But, yeah, it looks like there's nothing to gank up here.
Yeah, they the Disruptor scattered out. There's no one bottom either.
Yeah, so, no ganks, actually. No kills, no nothing.
It's a very interesting first minute of Dota 2.
Mm-hmm. Well, with this very awkward... At least they didn't expend a smoke for nothing. That's the big thing, so... Smoke or not, like, they still have their dignity. Sort of.
Yeah, that's... Yes, that's one way to put it.
Mm-hmm. Well, on the side of the Dire... Why did I start with the Dire? The side of the Radiant, you're gonna have Esk on the Pugna, Oracle, be played by Hector, Brewmaster, played by Yano, Ursa, by Ifrit, and Earthshaker by Pikachu, or for those of you in chat who are BMing me, Pika Pika, but who cares?
On the side of the Dire, we have Mr. MSS on the Enigma, we have CC&C on OD, we have Snake King on the Bounty Hunter, Yawar on the Troll, and Kid Track on the Disruptor. And it also does look like this is a core BH. This is not a 4BH.
Alright.
As you were suspecting. And I think
that
BH owns that lane if that's a 1v1.
Yeah, so that means this is... Well, if this isn't a 4... Are they running... They might be running double 3s. And Disruptor hard 5.
I don't know. Big Raptor fan, though. I love this Raptor. You'll hear that out of me so many times.
This Raptor. This Truster. That Raptor.
The Raptor. The one and only Raptor. Yeah, so we're just going to be seeing MSS just taking the range creep, farming the jungle. For probably until this Earthshaker scouts him out.
Mm-hmm. Which will be at the death of this Golem. Oh, or not. No, he's just actually going right back. Alright, well, nothing with that one, then. So like you were saying, looks like it is just an even trade, actually, in this mid so far. They're not trading too many blows back and forth. I say trading because the fact that OD is succeeding in not getting hit.
Well, you've got that awful level 1 imprisonment range, right? You're very rarely, especially on a hero that's got Pugna's, what, 330 something? Mm-hmm. What's his base? Yeah, 333 base movement speed. Like, you're not imprisoning him unless he did what he just did. Like, it's a very hard thing to do level 1. So you're kind of just using it on range creeps, doing what you can. This isn't really a kill lane for either of them, though.
Yeah, this will be a very, very slow lane for both of them. So
Yeah, if
another
Pugna
slow
ever
game.
goes on, if Pugna ever goes on OD imprisons. If OD ever goes on Pugna, he gets decrepified. So it's really just a farm trade, and who can be as annoying as possible to the other person.
Mm-hmm. Until eventually somebody rotates in and they will get a kill from that. So I want to think the first rotation will come out from Xolotl, because when Shaker dies, because God knows it'll happen eventually, he'll just rotate into the mid and hopefully get the kill on CCNC there. But
yeah, we're watching Snaking own this lane 1v2 top as well.
yeah, he's literally just siphoning immense amounts of gold. But the big thing is that, like, Janata, not nerfed, not buffed, it needed to maybe have like a little bit less damage, but 110 bonus damage at 2. And it's just removing the Ursa's HP. He does have 5 armor and a shield, but like, that bonus damage is pretty hard to negate.
Yeah, you hate being a melee core against this hero. This hero's just a fucking piece of shit. Like, I hate playing against Bounty Hunter, man. Everyone hates playing against Bounty Hunter.
Oh.
Excuse my French.
Pardon your Spanglish. Well, Shaker didn't die this time, but he is down in the bottom for a gank out onto Kitrak. He's coming around the corner, and that Disrupted Field will not do enough. And that field won't save him today, so Kitrak will go down. The first blood to Hector. You know, I saw this a lot yesterday, and like, I want to continue to capitalize on this. You know, imagine losing or dying to somebody named Hector.
Yeah. Yeah. It could be worse. It could be
so,
Hector
like,
Zeroni.
Yeah, it just seems so, like, vaguely like a normal name to just be like, oh, Hector just killed me.
Yeah, you've got a lot of these just first names in this major. Yeah, this Ursa's out of. He's got 1 share tango left. That's it. He's not having a good time, man. This lane feels so bad to be him.
You are in a slight bit of trouble. There goes the slow, and that's an immediate burst out from Hector. Easy clap.
Yeah, Xolotl's coming out strong. It's just what they did last game. That's what you wanna see for these underdogs.
Well, I think in this scenario, both teams are considered underdogs, but one team has more like known people, and then Xolotl, from what I understand, and from the first time and the only time I've seen it, I really only know Ifrit. But that also might be because I watch a lot of random ranked Dota at
Could
like
be that.
1 a.m. So
If for some reason you're watching a random ranked Dota, that would make sense, yeah.
Kitrak is going to be healed up, both from salve as well as just a normal heal. You are going to get slowed down a little bit from the slow, but still going to be healed up. Actually, didn't manage to time that purge.
So I don't know what you're looking at right now. Do you have the last hits open?
I do have last hits open.
So even with the 2 kills,
Yeah, I
4
switched to
games
network,
kind of
yeah.
winning pretty hard right now.
Yeah. They're up there. So, yeah, Forward's definitely winning in the net worth scenario. They are, like, it is still, again, the early game. They could go literally for any one item that could change a game, but, I guess it's just the fact that the Bounty Hunter is continually stealing gold, so that's why the top lane's always going to be above the net worth of whoever else is in the lane. And then,
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, they should always pretty much always have the network advantage, right? They've got a track, they've got the gold steal. Should have an Ursa kill here.
Yeah,
Very
just
dead
watching
Ursa.
that one.
Yeah.
Track this early into the game, too. He's actually out-leveling the OD in the mid, just ever so slightly, by just XP-wise, not really the actual physical level, because they're both 6, but, yeah, he's doing a lot of work.
Yeah, ooh, he's coming in bottom. See a few track kills here, hopefully. It doesn't look like the Radiant have any sentry wards down. Looks like they shouldn't be ready for it.
Yeah, this is gonna be a big, oof here. They will at least dispel the track, but it's not like it'll be up in another 3 seconds. Hector getting low. He doesn't have enough for a Q. There's no arcane boots, but they get the kill anyway, and now they're looking for Yano. Xolotl gonna be in a bit of trouble. The stun, though, snaking. Caught under the tower. He does get hit by the last shot at the tower, but Yano still very low. You are trying to get the dive, and he's very low HP. They will get him. Disruptor Field is going to slow down Pika for the time being. Hector, everyone's caught in here. Pika, they don't know where he is. The stun's not up for another 2 seconds, so Not going to be able to stop the TP from that one. They drop the scan as well, and he's like, alright, well, he's gone then.
Yeah, that was a very nice fissure. He kind of mopped between his other teammates just enough to get the tower at the last. He only needed a few more steps, and he would have been out of vision for that tower in those seconds.
Slow back down on the kid track in the bottom here. They will get the kill with now Yano actually TPing in from his death. But yeah, at least they find that return kill. Obviously, it wasn't that much of a big gold change for that, but getting any kills on Brew early in a game in a lane that he really shouldn't be winning, because Troll's got a pretty good advantage in this lane. But yeah, oh my goodness, he's actually 44-11 to the Brew's 26-5.
Yeah, this lane, even with his deaths, like, this lane's going well. Or his death. This lane's going pretty well for him.
Back up on top. Crit tracked up. MSS right around the corner with a bunch of Eidolons. Actually, it looks like just going for the aggressive ward placement there. Snaking's just going to continue to steal gold.
Yeah, you have this. I don't know if you want to call this a forward Enigma, like he's just AFK in the jungle, but I mean he's beating the Ursa on net worth. He's doing very well for himself. This game's looking a lot better than the last one in terms of forwards chances.
Forward, gonna spend a TP into the mid here off a potential team fight, but not gonna find it. They do have a haste on the Shaker as well, so they're just gonna get out of that one. But it looks like, yeah, like you're saying, forward have a much higher chance and much better chance in this game in comparison to the previous.
So what do you think? What do you think this crown is getting built into for the OD? Do you think it's? I mean, they're gonna have drums on the bounty. You think it's gonna be a second drums?
Could be a Rod of Atos.
Do you think have people been building that on OD?
Not in the OD games that I've seen in the past couple days, which have been a lot. So, yeah, I don't think it will be a Rod of Atos, but because yeah, I've never seen Rod of Atos on OD being built. So I imagine it will be just the second drums, because it's not like it's bad having two drums in one game.
Right, because it's not an aura anymore. But right now, it feels like as someone who plays OD, it feels like his biggest issue is attack speed. Like, you have your attack speed talent, but a lot of the items you want to build aren't giving you any attack speed. You know, you want to build Shivas, you want to build Hex, you want to like Blink sometimes. All you're really getting is like a Dragon Lance for attack speed.
Stun going out, it will block CC from walking down the hill. Ifrit trying to deal some damage here, but he just has nothing. He's got no abilities, no real like damage items. Doesn't even have phase boots, so yeah, they're just Xolotl can't do anything against any early game teamfight possibilities, and you know, obviously with Enigma, Black Hole is always available. By that I mean it's always available when it's not on the 200-second cooldown at level 1. So, switching over to net worth now, although I switched over to a while ago, but I'm only now just talking about it. It is the Bounty Hunter leading the top at 4.3. Is going to go for the Vladimirs, has the DD rune, and also has drums, like we were already previously discussing. Following that will be the Troll, running at 4,000 high even. He is going to go for the casual Yasha, which will turn into the SNY Yano, and a bit of trouble down in the bot lane. He does have his ultimate if he needs it. Will purge off the track, so we'll slow down Snaking's chase down here, but I really think the only method of escape is popping ultimate here, because now he's caught under the static storm, and he's dead now. So, forward capitalizing on that kill there. Hector, being glimpsed back underneath the tower, is going to disarm himself, but I believe that might be the cause of his death, and getting pretty low, and he will die to just ranged axe coming out from Troll. So 4-5 now, but that was a lot of gold. Those are both tracks, right? Yeah, 1,000. Yep. Holy moly.
Yeah, this isn't the same Xolotl team we came to know and love after last game. They're struggling a lot here. Lost all their lanes, I think. Mid might have drawn, I guess, but other two lanes got owned.
Yeah, I definitely want to think that that's the case. Yano expending ultimate down in the bot lane just to try and escape here. Troll Warlord going to be brought up through the Storm Panda lift. Looks like Pugna glimpsed all the way back to where his last location was, which looks like it was from the mid, but they will still manage to get kid track. They bring up the Troll once more. Do they have any follow-up? Well, they do have Aftershock. Won't be enough, though. They do find a lot of damage on him, but the Troll ult will go out, which could result in the death of Pika Snaking, though, going down off actually over by the side of the rune in the meantime. Spawn going out by Troll Warlord. He's trying to survive for so long. He actually has a lot of armor and HP. Now he's disarmed. The magic burst damage will be enough, and Esk will get the double kill from that one. So 4 dead? Did they get? No, that was 3 because they got the Kitrak. So it doesn't show in the fight recap, but trust me, boys and girls, that was a lot of gold for them.
It was a very long time as well. It's a very long fight.
Yeah, that was definitely a long, dragged-out 30-second fight here. But, you know, even with all of this, it's still going to be Forward Gaming beating their 3 carries up in the top of the net. Where just track gold does so much for your game, for your team, for anyone. Track goes down on the bottom, though. The Static Storm Kinetic Field Wombo combo is going to be thrown onto Pugna, though. Kid Track still manages to go down to Hector, but Ass goes down, and it was a track, so... We're looking for Hector, though, tracked up. Snaking's got the extra move speed from it. At this point, it just feels like bait. And it was bait. And they saw that it was bait, so they're out of there.
Dire's top tower is
Let's see what the gold looks like on the other heroes that aren't on the top of the net worth. The Pugna finished up an Aether Lens, just oh, hang on.
tower is under attack.
Snaking, tracking Yano again. Tracking Hector now. He's going to click Hector. Does Hector know he's being clicked? Okay, Hector does know he's being clicked. So, they're going to rotate 4 down to this bot tower, which is going to go down now. No fortification available for that one, as it was used earlier. Yawar, though, trying to escape as quick as possible, is going to be slowed down. MSS. No black hole available for this one, so he's trying to make a fight.
Here.
Yeah, Pika is...
Oh, no, they know. They're already moving it. Very nice.
They do get the stun on MSS. Yano is gonna... Yeah, they get the slow on him as well. They know that Bounty Hunter is in the back lines. They drop reveal, so he's brought up, and he's just like, alright, I'm drums, I'm out of here. And, is he gonna get out of here? Let's see, what's our stun left on the Shaker?
Yeah,
2 seconds,
he's
and
too
he's...
far
Yeah,
away for Benji.
yeah, stun left on the Shaker, and he's just walking the other way, so... Nothing can really happen off of that one. Do have Hector up in the top lane now, maybe trying to deal some damage to Kid Track. We'll find the root, but it's only level 1 still, so not going to do a lot of damage. But,
Shaker going on. He can't TP out for another 10 seconds.
Yeah, Static Storm Kinetic Field. He is going to be able to walk out of the Kinetic, and he will actually get saved by Hector only for a small period of time, because he's glimpsed right back up into that top there, and as you can see with the nice visual graphic, it is death. But, yeah, he tried his best to save himself there, but the ult will still actually trigger while still in that form there. They tried to go for the kill out on Yano up in the top as well, dropping the boost bit. I don't know what Yano's gonna find here. He's just gonna get the Earth Panda out of there and just start winding up the troll here. Yeah, there was really nothing they could do there. The bounty runes are up though, and it looks like it would be a 3-1. Yeah, 3-1 the 15-minute rune.
While that fight was going on top too, Snaking, one of the Earthshaker bottom, he got Echo Slammed and got Pugnuted and died. So that's Echo Slammed down for another minute and a half-ish.
They did manage to get Snaking, who was the top of the net worth, who no longer is the top of the net worth now. TP rotations being expended for the tier 1 mid. Ursa farming away. He's working on getting his drums now. In fact, I believe it's going to come on the courier as soon as he gets his Sage's Mask. Maybe seeking the deny, though. Shaker is going to be right on top of OD. He's losing a lot of his HP here, but still slowly being healed up at the same time, as well as the South and a regen that for somebody still had. We will get the deny underneath that siege creep there. The fortification from the dire creeps being expended as well to try and leave that cannon alive. Kit Track looking for the glimpse out on Yano. It's got ungodly huge range, so yeah, holy moly. You can only see the range if you zoom out. And even then, can't see the whole thing. Dire dropping scan. They find nobody up in the top left of the map here, so... But, let's go. I'm going to look at the net worth graph, and it's still in the favor of forward, but we can see that it is going up and down, left and right. So it's not actually, like, completely out of hand. Obviously, MSS with no items just yet. He is going to go for the pipe. So it won't be the Blink Dagger. It is the utility man build. They're going to glimpse through back, which arguably is actually a little bit better for him. So
this is where you start to worry a little bit on Bounty Hunters. He hasn't done much in the past few minutes since he's died I mean, like 3 times in the past few minutes. He stopped getting farm. He stopped getting kills. You see him starting to, I don't want to say fall off because the hero never stops being useful, but he's not doing as much as he was.
Yeah. Roshan goes down. The Brew split Pandas farming a creep camp for some reason, so I don't think Yano's getting out of this one. Okay is, like you said earlier, definitely the response to throw out there.
Yeah, I missed where he casted that split. I don't know.
I think he casted it
why.
defensively outside the pit, thinking that like somebody was right here waiting for them at this dire obs ward that had like clear vision. I think what happened is that he got glimpsed from the sentry ward, and then he just goes straight down, and then they popped ultimate right outside the pit to go right back up.
Gotcha.
In which case, did nothing at all. So, Pikachu, now with the Blink Dagger up and ready. We actually saw it in the last engagement without actually engaging upon anything. Blink Dagger will be the next thing for the Ursa as well. So, Xolotl going for the high mobility in this game. It's great against Enigma Black Hole if you're really quick on the trigger finger.
We got a hood on the OD now, and he went for the health talent over the attack speed. So I guess he's not planning on being the damage dealer in this game.
Oh, snaking. Oh, he'll be all right. But yeah, they're probably just relying on Bounty Hunter to do it here in this scenario. They do get the root as well as the very dead now Kit Track. Kinetic Field not really doing much here, so. Re-rotation TP up to the top lane, maybe to try and get something off of this Ursa, but the only thing they can get off of him would just be the Aegis, but with no Blink Dagger, he wouldn't be able to get out, so they could technically kill him anyway if they wanted to. Let's go look at our Troll. Looks like he is skipping the S and Y. He's just getting the Y for now, and he's going to go directly into the BKB. This is exactly what I like to see. Gonna TP out of there because of this Radiant Observer ward off to the lower area of the small camp that did scout him out earlier. As well as, well, this ward didn't really find too much of him, but... Oh, well, there's one right in front of him, too. Never mind. A lot of Radiant Vision, actually, in their own jungle here. That's giving them a lot of information.
They've got a lot of room to farm right now between, like, with all these wards up, they can see them pretty much everywhere. They've got their entire jungle safe. They've got a lot of their enemy jungle warded. They're in pretty good shape to farm right now. And they're still on a 4K lead.
Middle tower is under attack.
Well, it looks like forward are going to go for the Bounty Runes as well. Still going to be a 2-2 even pickup. Double bottles. Remember the period of time where Bounty Runes were every minute, I believe? And they were where the Bounty Runes are now. Or no, they were also in the river too at one point.
Yeah, it was like one Bounty Rune, one real rune would spawn every minute or two.
Yeah, and then there was a period of time. Ifrit in the mid. Not going to see snaking, but he will find the track. But yeah, it was like almost every time that people would get Bounty Runes. They were so strong. You picked Alchemist literally every time, too. That was during the Alchemist meta, so it was just very hard to deal with that. It looks like they are going to bring in... So the BKB is up on your War. He's going to go for a Basher next, then the SNY. Swap it out for the Quelling Blade. 3-man or 4-man smoke rotation coming in from the side here. They want to get this jump on the Enigma. They understand MSS has got a lot of farm. No Blink Dagger, though. He does have the BKB. They find him immediately, and they're just going to get him. He is one dead boy. Was there a chance that if he dropped the Black Hole, were they going to actually be able to get any kill there?
I think the Earthshaker was far enough away. That'd be a very hard Black Hole to get all four.
Looks like top tower will go down. Pikachu down in the bot lane waiting in the meantime. He will not get spotted by CC&C. He drops the stun, locking him in there actually. Starting the TP, but there's no way they can catch him. Since, you know, nobody can get in there, so...
Yeah. You've got a blink on... Yeah, see, like with what I was talking about earlier, is you've got this OD now who has... He's got a hood, a blink, his next item is a sheep. His only attack speed item are treads and drums, so you're not hitting very fast. You're not going to be dishing out a lot of damage.
Hector getting tracked by snaking. They will purge it off. But yeah, there is no damage going out on this OD. which is something I always fear when I see heroes like an OD or something of that sort that should have damage. And then them just not have damage. Like, that usually leads to, like, a specific end to the game there. Aegis expired, so Ursa now running around with Orb of Venom in that slot instead, but yeah, I fear extremely for the lack of damage coming out by CCNC. Of course, there is a troll, and there's an Enigma Black Hole with, like, Midnight Pulse. Bounty Hunter exists.
Yeah, I guess when you have a greedy pause 3.5/4, you can do this with OD. Because you're still going to be dropping a lot of damage with the Psychic Blast you will be unleashing, you know?
Right. Snaking. Gonna get spotted out here at the last second. Is gonna try to face Boots out of there. There is no follow-up stun, though, as he also has a haste, so he's just getting out of that one. MSS off to the side here. BKB Recipe in pocket. We'll be able to get the 600 gold soon for that as well. Magic resistance picked up over the MS. It's, yeah, level 15 talent is going to be that 100 GPM. I feel like in this game he might actually find justification to go for the cooldown, but that 150 GPM is a lot of gold, so...
A lot of gold.
Snaking is going to be clicked on by this range creep, so they know that there is vision there. CC&C. Hunting without hunting, basically, is what's happening here. Pikachu will just blink out of that one, though. They don't want to stay around. Well, I say they, though. Yana is still down here. Gonna refresh that, that Cinder Brew.
Yeah, he's gone. Very gone.
What do you think about Dagon?
On who?
Well, Pugna already's got one, and he's just going straight into mass Dagons here.
I mean, it's a real common thing on Pugnas nowadays. I mean, you can burst down the bounty who's not going to be buying a BKB anytime soon, so that's a good start for taking care of him. Odie's going to have his Odie's not going BKB either, but he's got the hood, he's got magic resistance, he's got a lot of HP, but for a low HP hero like BH, even with hood, it's going to hurt a lot.
Well, it looks like forward. Coming in with a 3-man smoke, no blink on MSS. Obviously, we got the BKB, though, is up and ready, so they want to look for something here. They drop the ward down, and they are going to at least find Snaking on the low ground for the time being. Not really find him physically, but no Aegis on Ifrit. This is the first reveal of Troll after his BKB, so it's still a 10-second. Echo Slam goes down, doing a lot of damage. In fact, CCNC is dead immediately. BKB being expended. Ifrit, though, is going to try and run away, because that's going to bring Yawar closer and closer to the rest of the Radiant. Now, Yawar BKB'd up, looking for somebody. He immediately just goes straight for creeps here. Now back over at the real fight here. MSS BKB'd up and ready. They're just trying to slowly click down this Oracle. He wants to save his ult for as long as he can for Yano, or for at least Pikachu here to get on a real support. There is no Shrine available. The kinetic field goes down, but it's not going to save Snaking. He goes down as well. And they didn't even have to... Okay, no, they still used it, though. I guess Oracle must have been getting pretty low on the back lines, but... Yeah, so they still managed to get 2 with the Echo Slam coming in there, absolutely decimating CCNC, and this is the second Roche indefinitely here. There's no reason for them not to take it.
Yeah, I don't... I can't find the justification behind not buying a BKB on OD. I mean, he obviously knows better than me. He's the professional player, but I don't see how you live through an Earthshaker and a Pugna and a Brew, like, without a BKB. He just got wrecked that fight. He died before he cast a spell. He couldn't even imprison himself.
So, Aegis and Cheese up on the Ursa, but after this team fight, I really am hoping that CCNC does, like, turn towards... I mean, it feels bad already because he already has the Mystic Staff, but, like, at this point, if that team fight wasn't an understanding for him to go for BKB, I don't know what is. So, I mean, everybody else on this team has basically BKB. Like, the Troll has BKB, the Enigma has BKB. Maybe that's why they're not going it, though, because that would justify more smoke ganks that would just go for that. And maybe CCC just doesn't want to rely on having to have a BKB to use it for every team fight.
I guess, but I don't think you have that luxury.
Yeah, this seems like a game where like a BKB is just kind of needed, and now even now the Ursa has one too. So you know, I mean that doesn't change anything for forward gaming. In fact, not that much magic damage. That's not pure that comes out of Enigma. That's really on this game. It's really all just Disruptor. Fuels on Pikachu to just purge off the track. There is a Dire Ward scouting him here, which will bring him directly back underneath his tower. And he looks to be very dead. Static Storm, Kinetic Field as well. Ursa thinking about TPing, but they're just going to cancel that. Let that Tier 2 bot go and put some aggression on the Tier 2 in the mid. Which, objectively, is a much better tower to go for.
Yeah, you're getting a lot more out of a mid T2 than out of a side lane T2. But if you're not getting your ult off as an OD in fights, like your team's losing that fight like 90% of the time. That's such a huge spell. Even if it's not damaging anybody, it's taking, I think it's 60% of their mana, which is a lot.
Disarm immediately out on the troll, miss the Dagon. So don't think you can, yeah, you can't actually purge Glimpse in that way. BKB being expended immediately out on the Ursa, try and confirm a team fight. Black Hole is available, as well as Midnight Pulse. They're looking for the ideal setup here. They do have Pika now. They do manage to find Kid Track. Down goes the Pulse. Will they be looking for the BKB, though? No! The 5-second Storm Lift will be out from the Panda, though. They are trying to kill off Ursa as much as possible. This boy is pretty dead, but he does have the Aegis available, and they will be getting everybody out here. The buyback out from Kid Track as well. Actually, he does not die. The Ursa will still live. Glimpsing back. Pikachu, though, he does have Echo, and they don't want to group on him. He has Yules in 1 second, but there's no way he'd live out of that one. So, they will, for the time being, still benefit. They bought back on Kid Track and got Shaker, which is still very much worth it for them if I go to the fight recap. So, creeps are in the mid, though. The tower's being plinked on ever so slowly, but slowly is definitely the key phrase here.
Yeah, they still have Aegis on Ursa, too. They didn't, I mean, there's nothing they can do out of that fight.
I think they also just really weren't expecting a BKB on Ifrit at that point in time. I don't think it was revealed in the team fight before that, so it was a brand new thing for them. Yeah, because the last team fight was up at the Bounty Room, so yeah, they had no idea that Aegis was there. Well, I mean, they probably did because maybe they like spotted it through a ward or something like that, but they had no idea they were going to use it in that team fight. Because I think without the BKB, he probably would be dead right now. He'd be imprisoned and just being clicked, and then the Aegis and his secondary life would just not be there. What do you think about that, though? I'm talking a lot about some stuff here. I'm spitting words out of my mouth quicker than I could actually think of them.
I don't know. I feel favored towards Radiant right now. I feel like they're just not getting anything out of this OD hero right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Hex now. He's got the Hex.
They are going to remove Pika, so the Hex does pretty well here. There is no ult for the Brew, so that is 2 dead, though. The Glimpse on Ifrit. He's going to BKB, though. He doesn't want to be a part of that one. He'll get and blink out of that bad boy. But Hector being drummed, being chased by CC&C. This looks like 1 dead gold in the track gold. Well, you know, arguably, I never think doing an ult like this is a good idea. Because then CC&C can just steal 1,000,000 mana.
Yeah, he's 52 stolen it now.
Yeah,
I mean, you'll remember, as I mentioned a few days ago, you're playing fight bottom. Huge black hole up with 1 hero. Yeah.
What did that happen?
Oh,
I
man,
see.
Bottom. Solo black hole on the Pugna.
I mean, I think any day that's worth it from Enigma here. And he went for this. Yeah, he went for the GPM. So I went for CDR. Aegis expired. So
yeah, that lead just went from like 3K to 9K in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can actually see it if we go to the net worth chart. Looks like it's about 4 minutes or so. It was at like the recoverable 2K net worth lead down to the 9. So forward gaming now with that slight advantage. Echo Slam comes through onto CC&C. They're finding the chain stuns, but it's just not enough now. He's got so much HP. We'll save for the time being, though. CC&C coming in. Gonna go ahead and get prison himself here to try and save him. Yawar, though, coming in as well. BKB not going to be expended immediately. Ifrit is trying to get out of there. Lip's going to be out there from the Storm Panda, although now all the Pandas are blocked off, which means Yano in the back lines trying to escape here. Hector going to be banished up as well, so can't really heal himself there. Yana going to throw out a spell that might reveal him the glimpse. Looks like he's still okay, actually, although BKB Troll comes in. He's just going to work with the ult going down as well, and that's 2 dead for Xolotl, and now they're looking for more. They want to get the dive. They get the Hex. The Negative, though, is going to put CC&C pretty darn low. Brewmaster going to get a spill of his brew to get on out of there, and Yawar, though, only one stuck under the tower. There is going to be Decrepify out on the Bounty Hunter. He's directly on top of the tower, but it's not going to change anything. This tier 2 will go down. They still have Static Storm if they want to try to go for some crazy big team fight, but nothing they could really do with this immediately here, and now Forward look like they have this game in the bag.
Yeah, that Echo Slam came out probably like 10 seconds early. There was nobody there yet. He was all by himself. There's a Brewmaster who's kind of close, I guess, but he had no follow-up. Like, sure, you stunned him for 6 seconds, but what are you going to do when none of your damage dealers are there? Like, if the Ursa was there, that's a huge kill, but, I mean, you're by yourself. Like, there's no way you're getting that kill on, what, 2,700 HP here now? 2,100?
Yeah, now the Echo Slams are starting to, like you were saying, yeah, they're all pretty weak here. He needs to be 18 at this point to get that extra Echo damage. It's only 20, actually. Yeah, it's only 20, to be honest, so that probably actually wouldn't even change that much. Forward smoking down the mid. Black Hole in 20 seconds. BKB up and ready as well with the Blink Dagger. Taken immediately out onto the Troll with Decrypt. Shaker, hexed up though, underneath the shrine. I don't think there's any saving this man. Oh, I would have just blinked, but oh well. We'll still go down with that one. Glimpse will bring back Hector. He's just going to start TPing, but will be interrupted immediately with a banish. He's one dead boy. I don't think that was a track kill though, but I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know. They're up to a 14k lead now. So yeah. This game's looking pretty in the bag.
I don't want to be like, oh man, this is exactly what a bounty hunter kind of does, but like, you know, it is kind of what a bounty hunter does. You get tracks, and like that track gold does make a difference. Like, it looks like not that much, 80 gold, but that's 80 gold to every hero that's within the range, and that at least did something to do the fight. And then 250 to Bounty himself, who in this game is building just a plethora of utility items here that helps in every team fight. So
Plethora.
What?
I've never heard it pronounced that way.
Okay, well, plethora, whatever. Get out of here. Don't smack on my English. I mean, you can, but we've already talked about what happens.
As I said before, this OD clearly knows better than me. He did not need a BKB in this game. He can just make it work with a hood.
He also goes for the +2 Sanity's Eclipse multiplier, so despite having no attack speed, well, he has attack speed now, because he's just at high level.
Yeah. Playing against all these dumb non-intelligence heroes, that spell hurts so bad with the multiplier.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Because now it's 12, and he's a big,
it's
a big in hero.
For instance, this idiot has 42 intelligence. Where's this other idiot? This Ursa hero has 42 intelligence. Like, they're all so low. Even without any stolen ints, like, it's doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, so Xolotl now have to play extremely passive here, with only getting very occasional amounts of farm in the form of Ursa being in the in the bot lane, just chatting away with creeps in the jungle here. But it looks like Dire will drop this rating, drop the scan onto the Dire Roshan being attempted by the troll. I don't think attempted is the right word though, because it looks like it's just absolutely going down in every way, shape, and form here. This is the shard as well, so we can expect the double hammer or the double black hole. We do have an Octarine core on the Enigma, so I want to think it is just going to be the double hammer on CCC. Yeah. Double hammer on CCC. Xolotl though coming in. They're a little bit too late. Through where though? They are going to pop ultimate. Yawar is trying to find somebody to click on here, but he can't physically do that because that's just how the ult works. Ifrit going to work though. He does have his cheese that he had from the previous Roshan. Yawar stunned up now. They're possibly trying to find Bounty off the side though, but Snaking will easily get the kill on Hector, just buying clicks away. Black Hole does manage to go down. They will find 2. That's one dead Shaker, as well as Disruptor Storm and Static going down. Kinetic going down as well. They will find the kill out onto this Ursa, and I think, despite with that buyback, there's not really much they're going to be able to do here. And like I talked about in the previous game, they want to force the buyback from the ES, but little do they know. Actually, they probably do know, judging by what items in Ursa's playing slots, but there's no buyback on this Ursa, and Forward are trying to force something like that, but you can't force it if it's not there.
Yeah, I think you just, I think this game's about over. Yeah, that did nothing to him, man. Like, there's nothing they can do.
And Yano just trying to maybe at least get something done if they would still plan to defend this. Like, but, you know, with 2 less racks and your best wave clear being a Pugna who could be dying in a second here again, and that's a dieback for him. So this is literally only on the Ursa right now, because Yano is still just clicking away at the top right now, or the bot, but he's needed for team fights, and Forward, they're just like, alright, you want to keep taking our base, we'll go for yours, and we'll actually take it. And they're just clicking away. The BKB even still available. The Blink Hex going out immediately, though. Pikachu gets bashed immediately. The Black Hole Repression Charge is going to get the easy kill on that one. Both BKBs will prevent a bit of that damage. Glimpse back into the next field, though. It is going to be a GG call by Xolotl. We are seeing the clicks go down on Ursa. No Aegis, no nothing, no buyback. That is game number 2, which means there still is a chance for both Xolotl and Forward Gaming. But it is genuinely do or die time.
Cool, calm, and collected strikes back.
Is that all you wanted to say about that? Okay.
That's it. He proved all of us wrong by not buying a BKB and then still doing what he needed to do to get the win.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see this all on Reddit later, with casters flaming me for not buying BKB wins game. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we still have one more game coming up from this, since it is now a tied up series. So stick around, stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more Dota action.